International Women Seafarers Foundation IWSF presents video series on career in Merchant Navy.
Who are sailors? How can one get into shipping as a deck officer? How do you become the captain of a merchant ship? Hello friends, I am Second Officer Namrata Chaudhary from IWSF and I am here to show you the right path to do so. I will also suggest you to visit our channel and follow the video series on Career in Merchant Navy for a thorough knowledge. Today, we are going to meet some very senior Indian women who pioneered into this field and established themselves during an era when Merchant Navy was considered solely a men's world. I am so thrilled to introduce you the first ever Indian woman who commanded a merchant vessel as captain of the ship, Captain Radhika Menon. It wasn't a rosy path for her and it took a great deal of hard work, passion and courage to achieve this. She is the first ever Indian to receive the Exceptional Bravery at Sea Award by IMO for saving life of 7 fishermen who were trapped for weeks in a boat.
Hi everyone, I am Captain Radhika Menon. I joined Merchant Navy in 1991. I've been sailing since then. It's almost 30 years of the sea. If you are a person who loves the sea and who likes the discipline that comes with the uniform, this is the video that you should watch. This video is brought to you by International Women Seafarers Foundation. Here in this video, my colleague Ms. Namrata Chaudhary and Captain Anuradha Jha will explain to you the career options in the Merchant Navy on the nautical side. Thank you.
So put on your seatbelts and be ready to take the flight to your destination. To join Merchant Navy, you need to appear for All India Combined Entrance Test after your 12th board. This test is conducted by the Indian Maritime University twice a year, usually in the month of June and December. But do visit IMU website for notification and any changes. Also, you can check below the link for current year prospects. For getting into deck side, you may opt for 3-year BSc Nautical Science or 1-year Diploma in Nautical Science. The eligibility criteria for these programs are as follows. First is you must have PCM as your core subjects in 12th with a minimum 60% marks. Second, have a minimum 50% in English in 10th to 12th. Third is the age limit. It should be between 17 and 25 in general, but certain waivers are given. Fourth is the height and weight. Minimum height allowed is 157 cm and 48 kg. However, this criteria is relaxed to 152 cm and 45 kg for candidates from Northeast, Andamans, etc. Last but not least, medical fitness. As you can guess, medical fitness plays a vital role in deck officer's life. Among other things, I would like to draw your attention towards eyesight, hearing and color blindness, which is tested thoroughly not only for the entrance but also throughout your service. For more info, please click on the link given below for tests carried out before pre-sea training. After clearing IMU CET, you will become eligible to take admission in any of the IMU colleges or the IMU affiliated colleges which are given in the IMU brochure. Apart from this, there are various private colleges from where you can undergo the pre-sea training. But it is very important to make sure that the college you are selecting is approved from the Directorate General of Shipping, that is DGS. This can be verified from the DG Shipping website or you can check the link below. Now, the question arises, which course to choose? BSc Nautical Science or Diploma in Nautical Science? For this, let's go to Captain Anuradha Jha, who has sailed for 16 years and is now serving as a nautical faculty in one of the renowned Maritime Training Institute.
The 3-year BSc Nautical Science and 1-year Diploma in Nautical Science both are equally good and does not affect career at sea at all. If you do BSc Nautical Science, then you get your graduation degree immediately upon completion of the program and you may opt for pursuing higher studies if you want to. But if you do 1-year Diploma in Nautical Science, you will be getting your graduation degree only after becoming a certified officer. A diploma cadet also may opt for a lateral entry in second year of BSc Nautical Science, but not later than 5 years of completion of their diploma program.
I shall be discussing about the steps for becoming a certified officer later. First, let us find out from Captain Anuradha that out of many MTIs available on the IMU as well as DG website, how to choose the best one.
First thing, do check with the past placement record of the training institute. This profession is gender neutral and there is no restriction on the girls who want to join sea as a career. However, there are many shipping companies who are reluctant in hiring women as seafarers. Best way out is to either apply for the sponsorship exams conducted by various shipping companies who have been hiring women in the past. Or you may also apply for the training institutes owned by a shipping company. These sponsorship exams or interviews take place before the IMU CET, hence you would need to keep a tab on them. The sponsorship becomes more crucial for the candidates who are opting for diploma in nautical science because without having 18 months of onboard training, you may not be able to get your graduation degrees, and because of that, you will not be able to pursue higher studies if you want to, especially in case of worst case scenario of non-placement. This advice of obtaining prior sponsorship is equally beneficial for boys as well as girls.
If you want advice while selecting the correct institute or company, please do not hesitate to drop a mail to us on trust@iwsf.co. Now let's talk about the Pre-C programs. BSc Nautical Science. It is a 3-year of Pre-C course in college and 12 months of onboard training. After doing this 4-year of complete course, a candidate can directly appear for oral exams in any of the mercantile marine department and become a certified second mate of a foreign-going vessel. Once you are ready and complete the competency requirements, you can be further promoted to second officer, chief officer, and finally the captain of a ship. Diploma in Nautical Science. It is a 12-month of Pre-C course in college and 18 months of onboard training. After doing this course, a candidate needs to pursue for a 4-month of second mate course from one of the DGS approved institute and complete written as well as oral exam to become a certified second mate of a foreign-going vessel and climb up the ladder. Time to go on board a ship and meet a deck cadet and see what she has to say to us.
I began my career in Pre-C Institute, Training Ship Chanakya, where I did my 1-year Pre-C course. On my first day at Pre-C Institute, I was told about the gender gap of girl cadets and also the slim chances that they get to get placed into reputed shipping companies.
I joined my first vessel container ship at Nhava Sheva, Mumbai, which used to play in European waters. It was a challenge for me as well as my colleagues to have a lady on board. Believing in myself and strongly standing by my aims, I was pretty sure to achieve my goals by my hard work and sincerity.
The idea of a woman working with men for months on board a vessel is still socially formidable. But women in maritime are strong, hardworking, and are constantly challenging the age-old perception. Many parents would wonder how their family life is gonna be if their daughter chose to be at sea. I think the best one to answer this question would be Captain Namrata Tarkar, who is sailing with the Shipping Corporation of India Limited for 17 years and a proud wife of an army officer with 2 lovely children.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Namrata. I joined Merchant Navy in year 2003 as a deck cadet. After 3 months of Pre-C course, I was made to do 2 years onboard training. I got married to an army officer in year 2009 when I was 26, and I had already done 1 contract as chief mate. With the support of my husband, I kept sailing after marriage and cleared my master ticket before conceiving my first baby. I joined back sea after a long break of 3 years, though it was difficult to leave my daughter, but my parents and in-laws were always there for me. Thanks to my company who allowed me to sail alone with my daughter, and that is how I kept sailing 6 months on and off, and in year 2017 When my file was approved, I got command on a bulk carrier. After my tenure as captain, I conceived my second baby and now again waiting to join back sea as he turns 2. So striking a balance between personal and professional life for a lady in Merchant Navy can be difficult if she doesn't have any support from her family. My husband has been bigger support in my case. As I said, my parents and in-laws always extended their support and I kept sailing without being worried about my daughter at home. The advantage of Merchant Navy is that you can give your 100% at both the fronts, because when you are at sea, your profession is your priority, and when you come back home, you don't carry any stress back. Like any other housewife, I cook at home, send my kid to school, manage the house and wait for my husband in the evening. 9 to 5 job always looked tiring to me, so I never tried a shore job. But nowadays you have plenty of offers of shore jobs and you can quit seas and settle ashore at any time. Many of ladies I know have already settled for shore jobs and are doing very well in their position. So it's your personal choice to continue sailing or settle ashore later. It is not a short-lived career. Little determination, strong heart, will to do something different, hard work and family support is all what you need, and you will excel in whatever field you join.
Well, the career is astonishing in all the possible ways, and I won't be surprised if you still have doubts about it. Please leave your worries in the comment section below and stay tuned for our next video, which will be releasing shortly on Career in Merchant Navy as an ETO. You can also reach us on trust@iwsf.co or visit our website www.iwsf.co.